Welcome to the 2022 Winter Walk. I am Jim Browdy.
And I'm Marjorie Egan, and we are your hosts for today's Winter Walk. The Winter Walk is a year-round effort to raise awareness and funds toward an end to homelessness, and today's event is the annual celebration of that work. You may have just taken your own walk or thoughtful moment from wherever you are and are joining us now to celebrate. The Winter Walk believes that when we all show up together, whether on Copley Plaza in Boston this morning or in your own communities, our voices will be louder and we can end that homelessness.
Now, this is the 6th annual Winter Walk. Today, homeless and housed individuals, families, and communities have gathered shoulder to shoulder to say that all are here to support the work being done by Greater Boston's homeless service providers, committed city leaders, policy advocates, and caring individuals and families like you. And we're here to remember that there is work that is left to do, stigma to break down, stories to listen to, housing to secure, hearts and minds to open.
We're grateful to be here to revisit some of the exciting work shared at this morning's gathering on Copley Plaza and to celebrate that you participated this year from your home or from anywhere. Today, we will see footage from this morning's gathering. You'll meet two of our friends who've experienced homelessness, Delphia and Bob. You'll hear from Boston's Mayor Michelle Wu, and you'll learn about the homeless service organizations that you have shown up to support.
But we'll start with an invocation that was written by two organizations, Common Cathedral and Manna. They are faith communities whose members call our shelters and streets home. Through art, creative writing, and leadership programs, these two organizations celebrate the human spirit. Together as a community, they've written this piece, which they shared live from the stage this morning.
We walk because the people will stand together. We walk because the community gives us strength. We walk because there's a set road to raise awareness about the truth of the unhoused. We walk because to help the community. We walk because we demonstrate a tangible commitment to an important idea. We walk to change our hearts. We walk because we care. We walk because we've been there. We walk because we understand what it means to be without a bed and without a house. We walk because the needs of the unhoused must be not hidden. We walk for freedom. We walk because unity is needed at all times. We walk because we need to keep on moving on. Thank you.
We just heard, we hope for a better world that all people may have stable and supportive housing. These words resonate. Hearing community voices and knowing others' stories matters. Let us introduce you to Delphia Bizel and Amanda Grant Rose. Delphia is a strong woman who has lived through homelessness. Amanda is the Deputy Director of the Winter Walk and shared with Delphia from the stage today.
Hello, everybody. My name is Delphia Bizel, and I'm originally from Louisville, Kentucky. I'm married and have been with my husband for 25 years. We wound up being on the streets after only being in Boston for like a couple of weeks. We spent time sleeping in the doorway of Star Market, and it was when there was 24 inches of snow on the ground and the wind was really blowing. And so in desperate need for a shelter, we decided to go and find shelters here in Boston. So we first started looking for shelters for couples, but unfortunately there are no shelters in Boston for couples to stay together. But we eventually called Woods Mullen, which is a women's shelter, and they told us that the men's shelter 112 wasn't far from it. But that was really hard for us because in the 25 years that we've been together, that was the first time we'd ever been homeless, as well as the first time we'd ever been separated from one another. Then eventually my husband got a job ironically at the same store in which we slept in the doorway. And once he got his job, after 2 years of being homeless, we got housed in Chinatown, and being housed, it was very great because we could now be together. We're out of the elements, and it was just a wonderful feeling to have a place of our own.
This morning, Delphia shed light on how easy it can be to become homeless and the perseverance it takes to become housed. We also heard today from Boston's Mayor Michelle Wu, who welcomed us, challenged us, and left us knowing that together we can make a difference. In Mayor Wu's first few months in office, the issue of homelessness and housing has been at the top of her list of priorities. Let's hear some of what she had to say.
The walk is important because so much of the effort that happens day in and day out, all year round, to ensure that this city is one that continually tries to close gaps and end homelessness, a lot of that work is invisible most of the year. A lot of the residents and the members of our community who are living out on our streets also are invisible for so much of the year. And so it's important to all come together and elevate these issues, highlight the community members, and thank all of our partners for the work that happens. So I want to thank some of the organizations that do this work every day. Boston Healthcare for the Homeless Program, shout out. Boston Medical Center, our partners at the Roundhouse. Bridge Over Troubled Waters. Brookview House. Common Cathedral. Family Aid Boston. The New England Center and Home for Veterans. The Pine Street Inn. St. Francis House. And Y2Y. Each one of these organizations approaches this work with a public health focused lens. Whether it is transitioning more than 150 formerly unhoused residents from Mass and Cass and in the encampments to new low threshold supportive housing, or working to end homelessness among our youth, among our veterans, in partnership with the faith community and so many others, thank you for always meeting people where they are, and thank you for bringing this work to the forefront in Boston. There's a lot more of this work to do, and we are tackling housing from every angle, in the short term, in the long term, from home ownership to rental subsidies to fighting for more funding available for affordable housing. We do this in partnership with you all, and we celebrate the steps that take us forward one by one. So today, we will take those steps together, and I'm so grateful for all of your advocacy, for showing up, and for making sure that Boston will continue to lead the way.
Hello, Winter Walkers. We're so grateful that you've joined us today. I'm Ari Barbanel. I'm Executive Director of the Winter Walk. And on behalf of our team, I want to thank the many people and organizations that came together today to make this walk and this work happen. Every year, I'm lucky to get to thank everyone who shares this commitment to end homelessness. And every year, my speech gets longer and longer because so many have joined us in support. And that is truly amazing. Thank you. First, I want to thank our Winter Walk Board of Directors, our amazing co-chairs, and our stellar event committee. These are the incredible, caring individuals who make this walk happen, gathering friends and funds and making it a priority to say that every human being deserves dignity, respect, a home, and our help. A huge thanks to Katie and David Beeston and Enrique and Jesse Colbert, our event chairs, who go above and beyond. Thank you so much for all the hours and the hard work to all these committees and communities. You're amazing. This event also can't happen without the support of our sponsors, who not only help us raise these critical funds, but bring their teams to walk with us, showing their commitment to this cause. First, I want to thank our ambassador sponsors, the Gordon Family Foundation and Link Squares. They have made a transformational impact on our work. Link Squares is the first end-to-end AI-powered contract lifecycle management platform for legal teams, and they have shown their amazing commitment to making an impact in their home city. Thank you so much for joining us this year. And our sustainer sponsors, they are also so very special to us, and we are proud to work with all of you. So many of these sponsors have made continued commitments to this work, and we value these longtime partnerships so much. These are our friends and supporters. This list overwhelms me. You're all making an impact, and so many of these organizations are new to us this year. That is such important growth. Thank you so much. And of course, extra special thanks to all of these organizations. Take a look at all these super amazing places that give us help. So many restaurants, breweries, coffee shops. These are the places making a difference. Please give them your business and your thanks. I also want to give my endless gratitude to our community of attendees with lived experience of homelessness. Those of you who experience it right now, who have previously, who walk with us, who share your stories, who give back to your communities in ways that make my heart shake with thanks. You are my friends and my family, and I can't thank you enough. Thank you to our partner organizations, 10 incredible service providers covering all of Greater Boston with necessary care. You are our true heroes. Lastly, and very importantly, we're very excited to announce that we have raised close to $1 million. We're inching there. We're not there yet, but we could get there with your help. We keep fundraising open until the end of February. And thanks to all of you, you walkers, your friends, your families, your funders, you've joined our sponsors to create this already record-breaking total. Before I leave you today, I want to introduce you to one more friend, Bob. Bob is a terrific human. He's experienced homelessness, and he shares with us his story. He shows us how easy it is to become homeless, but he also shares his journey out of it and the hope he has for ending homelessness. Here's more from Bob.
You know, they look at you and, you know, they say, oh, he's homeless, he's a druggie, he's a drunk. A lot of these people, you know, like myself, we're just people that fell on hard times. I lost my place because I was living in a home, a nice apartment for 30-so-what years. My landlord and I had a good agreement. I used to help clean up the place, you know, put out the garbage, do snowing and everything else. And it was a monthly thing. He died, and so the building was sold, and they gave us 30 days to get out. And the next thing you know, I couldn't afford the rent. I started living on the street, which I'd never been on the street before. And it's a real scary feeling at first. One night I woke up, next morning all my stuff was gone. They took all my IDs, everything, and money, so I said, here we go. My boss found out, hey, you're living on the street? I don't know if we can have you take care of stuff. I know how it was. Now I have a place to stay, which is nice. So I come back to help. People come here, get warm, get food. I started coming here a few years ago when I was on the street. Now I'm on the other side, and I still come. I help now. I'm the grumpy old man, they call me. I work the door, make sure people have masks on because of the COVID. And I walk around, try to help out a little bit. Tell them what I went through and try to get them off the street. Some people want help, but they don't know how to ask for it, or they're afraid to ask for it. Help them, walk with them, talk to them. What's the problem? What can I do for you? How's it going? Or you want to talk about sports, anything. You got to talk to them one-on-one. Talk to them like they're equal. And, you know, keep their self-esteem, whatever they have left. Somebody said, role model. I'm not a role model. I just happen to be lucky and have people help me. And that's the way I am. You know, I made a few mistakes, but now I'm getting better. Now I want to help. I want to give back to what people gave to me. Plain and simple.
Bob inspires us to help and reminds us how much good work is being done in our city. Your time with us today is also in honor of 10 incredible organizations in the greater Boston area providing care, support, and prevention for our homeless community. 100% of the funds raised today will help provide necessary resources to 10 great organizations and allow the Winter Walk to grow and add new partners every year. These organizations cover every human need.
Boston Medical Center and Boston Healthcare for the Homeless program are providing healthcare for all needs, from physical health to mental health to recovery services to food security and all the social determinants of health in between.
Pine Street Inn shelters so many in our city, but more so, they are one of the largest providers of permanent supportive housing in our community.
And New England Center and Home for Veterans is a national leader in providing housing and services for our veterans.
Common Cathedral connects with the spiritual health of our neighbors in need, providing faith-based pastoral care along with safe space during the day and programs to feed the spirit, such as common art.
St. Francis House not only provides safe day shelter as well, but leads its community to housing, employment, and other basic needs. Y2Y and Bridge Over Troubled Waters are reaching our youth, ages 18 to 24, building trust with young people, creating affirming and safe spaces for sustainable pathways out of homelessness.
Family Aid Boston and Brookview House focus on families, building safety nets with both shelter and programming for the communities, ending cycles of generational homelessness, and treating each family on a case-by-case basis for exceptional outcomes.
Please take time to get to know these organizations. Find them on the Winter Walk's website at winterwalkboston.org. Sign up for a newsletter, attend an event, volunteer. The Winter Walk is able to help create meaningful connections so that you can make an impact with each organization. In honor of these partners, in honor of the good work being done, and the good work we're committing to doing from here, let's have a quick moment together to look back on your walk and this morning's terrific event.
There's a dark and troubled part of life. There's a bright and sunny side too. When we meet with the darkness and strife, well, that sunny side we also may view. So keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help us every day. It will brighten all our way if we keep on the sunny side of life. Well, that storm and its fury broke today, crushing the hearts that held it so dear. Well, that storm and will in time pass away, and that sunny side will shine again so clear. So keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help us every day. It will brighten all our way if we keep on the sunny side of life. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help us every day. It will brighten all our way if we keep on the sunny side of life. If we keep on that sunny side of life. Thank you. Go out there, have fun walking.
Tonight, there are over 6,000 individuals and families who are homeless living in our shelters and on our streets. This number is overwhelming and can shut down our responses to the problem. But when we focus on the people, on their names, on Bob and Delphia, the challenge becomes humanized and something we can address together.
The number of people experiencing homelessness is painful and it's challenging, but we can do this. This is a number we can make changes to. The Winter Walk knows this, and so do all of you participating. These are human beings who we know can get housed, who we can give wraparound support services to, meaning the work doesn't stop with a roof. It continues with care of the whole person. Healthcare, mental health, job readiness, childcare, peer support. It takes a village to get this done, and we are part of that village. I'm Jim Browdy.
And I'm Marjorie Egan. Thanks so much for joining us. We can all leave today knowing that we can make a difference and that ending homelessness is within our reach.